Hey everybody, so this is my 2-week update of my prolotherapy treatment that I received in St. Myers, Florida by Dr. Hauser. For those of you who don't know what prolotherapy is, it's a treatment that stimulates natural healing abilities by injections from your body. Dr. Hauser could explain it better of how it actually heals your body. Um, or I could explain it in another video later on. If you guys want me to, just send me a message and I could give you details all about it. Basically, I have EDS and some other issues that actually hinder my healing abilities and have it also makes me have issues with having a hypermobile disorder since my collagen is defective in my body. So once my tissues tear, I have a problem with healing, and so my joints tend to move around and my spine tends to get hypermobile, and my neck was starting to dislocate, my spine was dislocating, my shoulders were dislocating, my jaw was dislocating, and I was in extreme pain every day, all day for the last couple of years. I was to the point where I could not even get out of bed. I was getting so severe that I could not bathe on my own. I was not able to drive a car. I was not able to take my children to school. I was not able to brush my hair or even get dressed in the morning. Before this happened to me, I used to work. I used to do cancer surgery on people, assisting in removing sarcomas from people's skin, standing for long hours, assisting in surgeries. And when this started happening to me, I started fainting at work. And from there, my health started declining slowly, and nobody was helping me. And slowly, I lost my job. I started not being able to get out of bed, and multiple doctors were unable to help me. And over the years, I was just left in bed for years, and multiple people told me all that I could do was have surgery, and it left me hopeless and sad. And most doctors said if you did get the surgeries, that eventually, since I had EDS and I do have a condition called mast cell activation disorder, that I have that if I did do the surgeries, that eventually parts of my spine would start degenerating even more, and my spine would start degenerating slowly, or my spine would start falling apart. And then I have problems with healing because I have mast cell activation disorder, and it would start not being able to heal after I have surgeries. So that was always an issue with me having surgeries afterwards. So they thought it probably wouldn't work out for me, just period. So I was always very scared with where I would be. So I kept looking for treatment and didn't really know what to do. I just started eating healthy and kind of just laid in bed Googling stuff and looking up stuff. And I seen Dr. Hauser's name come up, and I told my husband, and he looked it up and said, we should go. And looking him up was like the best thing I could have ever done in my life. Like, it's been 2 weeks since my treatment, and it's 2 weeks and 2 days. And actually, like, the exactly 2 weeks into it, like I had like a pitfall into it, and I felt really bad, and I didn't get out of bed for like 2 days, and I was really hurting. Like I just slept for 2 whole days, and I was feeling really, really bad, and I couldn't even move for the last, like, at the 2 week mark. And I thought I was getting really bad because with EDS, I noticed that my healing time is 2 times longer than a normal person. And I've always noticed that when I get surgeries or anything, if they always say a person heals in 4 days, mine's always like 8 days. Or if somebody says 2 weeks before someone feels better, mine's always a month before something gets better. And it's always double time for me for a wound to close up or anything like that. So I've always had a general idea of that's how it was for me. So the first couple days after the treatment, I was really sore, but in my mind that I would be healing, and this was like the kind of last resort and only thing that could work for me. I mentally was in my mind like, F it, like, here we go, this is it, this is gonna work, this has to work type mental thing, because I can't do surgery. I'm not gonna do surgery. This is gonna do it. So after I got out of there, I went back to the hotel room. It was kind of like on a pill he gave me, and so it's kind of like a little bit loopy. But I went straight to bed, woke up in the morning, went back to the airport, flew back home, kind of rested, just laid in bed. He told me not to move my arms away from my body, just keep them at my side, and don't open anything, don't close anything, don't move my arms. So that's been kind of fine. Everybody's been in my family has been doing everything for me, which is kind of hard. It's kind of hard to eat and do anything, but it's fine because I don't drive in cars or anything like that, because even driving in a vehicle the last couple of years has made my muscles tense up so tight. When I'm in a car, it is extremely painful, that when you can't even drive in a car because your muscles in your back and in your arms are so tight, and your neck tightens up so tight, that even when you cannot drive in a car and you have to just lay in a bed all day, that is no life for anybody to want to continue to live when you're so young, and is debilitating. So at that point, you're willing to do anything, take anything, or do anything because you're literally hopeless. And for Dr. Hauser to say, go home, lay down, don't move, don't do anything, you're willing to do that if you can change the rest of your life. And believe me, after I've gone home, I've waited these 2 weeks out, and at the 2 week mark, I kind of hit me hard, and I kind of like thought I was worse, and I thought I was, and like I thought, oh man, I think I'm worse, I shouldn't have done this. And then after like the 2 days after the 2 week, I woke up the other day. It was like I was praying to God, and I've been telling him, like, I have a plan, and I'm gonna do everything I've been needing to do, and I'm gonna be healthy, and I'm gonna do all the things that I promised I'm always gonna be doing, and like all the things you say you're gonna do in life, and then you never do them. But when you really live in years in a bed and you never can do them, and you just dream and you look out the window all day long, and everybody in your house has a life, and they come in and go in, and they're so busy, and you're just laying in bed day in and day out, and all you can do is just talk to people on the speakerphone and watch Netflix, because you can't even use your arms to look at your cell phone or anything, and you just wish you were like a normal human being again, like you used to be. And you take for granted like all the stuff that you did in your life, and how much of a dummy you probably were because of all the stuff that you did that you shouldn't have done. You wish you did it, but Dr. Hauser gave me my life again, and in 2 weeks he changed my life. And My life is changing every day, and it's a miracle. I woke up after 2 weeks and my life has changed, and I am so excited. Thank you, Dr. Hauser. I'm so excited to see you for my 3-week appointment. I'll see you soon. Thanks. If you guys have questions, send me a message.